the reason that I came here is because I want to have a better life. You know, everybody they were here. You know, my cousins and my sister. You know, they used to say then it was hard. You know, to make the money, but you can have a better life here. You know, that's why they told me, and that's one of the main reasons that I decided to come here to United States.
How did you become an American citizen?
How? Well, I got married in 1992. My husband was, he is from Texas. And then we got married in 1992. In 1993, he helped me to get my papers. So I was married for 3 years, and then they give me my my conditional resident for 2 years. And after 2 years, I have to prove that I was still married with him, and, you know, to get my citizenship. So in 1997, I got my citizenship. Yeah.
Okay. Was the process hard, or?
Wasn't and that time wasn't that hard. You know, now I think it's harder. But, you know, you just have to, you know, go, and they give you like 100 questions, you know, and they just ask you for a few of them, you know, to see about the Constitution of the United States.
Did you have to pay any money, or was
it? At that time I paid, was like $200 or $300 to get my citizenship. Yeah. Yes, they say yes.
How is it?
Well, you had to prove now that your English is better than mine when I was better than mine, you know, and then and you know, I think that's the same kind of question. It's just more, you know, you have to write, you have to read, and you have to understand better English than that time, you know. Now it's a different situation, right? Because before I have to use like a fake ID. Well, the ID no, but my Social Security was fake. When I just went to San Francisco and I paid $50 on Mission Street to have my Social Security number, you know, my card, you know. And then, you know, when I got here in 1987, it wasn't that hard, you know, to find a job or to get your driver license. You used to go to the DMV and have your birth certificate, and you can get your driver license. So now it's different. You have to prove that you're legal to have your papers, you know, I mean, like at your driver license and things like that. But I mean, for me, it wasn't that much different, you know. Now it is, because if I'm going to apply for something, I have to prove that I'm legal. And before it wasn't that bad, you know. Yeah. But I was here legal for like 5 years or so. Yeah. Now a lot of people is afraid even to drive, you know, because all the situation.
Yeah.
Well, I have a big family. I have 5 sisters and 4 brothers. And then I have 1 brother and 1 sister in Mexico, and the rest of the family is here.
Okay.
Well, some of they have papers, some they don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
like at this time, then I went to Mexico because my mother was very sick. Some of it they can, you know, they didn't go because they didn't have papers. They can go, but they cannot come back. You know, they had to pay a coyote or somebody to help them to cross the border.
Yeah.
A lot of people, you know, then I know, you know, they come here, you know, to risk their own life, you know, to have a better life here, you know. So a lot of people, they come here to work, they're hard workers and everything. But some of them, they come to, you know, to I don't know, to use drugs, to sell drugs, to do bad things. And for someone, we pay everybody, you know, and that's not fair, you know. So that's what I think, you know. They have some reason, you know, to act or do what they're doing, but, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you plan on returning to Mexico someday?
Well, not really. You know, this is, I love Mexico, you know, and I like to go and take vacation there and have fun there and spend dollars there. But to make the money over there is very, very hard. Very, very hard. Plus my daughter, you know, she's from here, and then I got my family here. So, you know, no, not really. I moved to San Diego so I can get close to Ensenada, you know, closer. but not really live in Mexico, especially in these days, you know, with all the cartels and all the drugs and all the violence. There's no way, how you say.
Is it hard? Would you say it's hard to find work today?
In Mexico?
Here
Here.
or in Mexico?
Oh, well, here, well, all the situation, you know, then is in the whole country.
Yeah, the whole
You
country,
know,
yeah.
So it's hard, you know, and it's harder if you don't have papers now than years before, you know.
Or-
Well, you know, I work at the Whole Foods, you know, in order to get a job there, if you're Latino or, you know, not gringuito, you had to prove them that you're really legal here. If you're not, you don't get a job. You know?
Interesting. And then in Mexico, is it still really hard to find work?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. You know, a lot of people. The school over there is very cheap. Not here. You know, to go to college here is 1,000 and thousands. Over there, you know, like my niece Natalie. She's in university. Is that what they call university?
Yeah.
Yeah. And she just paying for the whole semester like $500 or something like that. You see. And so that's what a lot of people they're able to go to the schools, but they don't have job after they finish the school.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's what is a lot of doctors here, a lot of teachers, a lot of people. They went to the school and they're working as a dishwasher on the fields, or that's the reason.
Yeah.
I was living in the canal at that time. So in there, that's a lot of Latino people, and everybody was like, oh, I know then somebody need a dishwasher in that restaurant. You just go and tell them, then I told you. Okay.
Yeah.
So I just used to go and get a job and, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you met your husband in Mexico? Or?
No, here.
Oh, you met him
here.
here.
We used to work at the embassy suite. I was a banquet waitress.
Okay.
And he was working there too. So I met him there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did you get here? Did you have to use a coyote or?
No, I got when I finished my school. Well, actually, when I was 18 years old, I applied for my passport, and because I live in the frontera, which is the border, and Ensenada is very close to Tijuana, so I didn't have I didn't have problems. I just proved that I was a student at that time, and they gave me my passport. When I decided to come here to United States, so I just I had my passport, so I didn't pay the coyote or nobody else to help me to cross the border.
And so you were 18 when you came to United States?
No.
No?
No. I was 23 when I came here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, let's see, you got a passport. So you said it costs like $200, $300 to get the passport? Or to become a citizen?
Oh, to the citizenship.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's like $1,000 or something like that. It's more money, yeah.
Yeah. So how much did it cost any money to get a passport?
That time when I was 18, I think I paid like $50 or something like that. We were very poor. My father died when I was 5 years old. And I went to live with my uncle to another state and things like that. So the whole family was living with the different relatives. And then that was very, very, rough time. I remember when I was living with my uncle. We used to eat beans the whole week. Different way to cook the beans, but beans and tortillas and chile. Yeah, sometimes for the whole week. We work in the fields because they have like tobacco, there, and we used to work there. And in the mornings I used to go to school. In the afternoon, work in fields. Yeah, that was very rough. Very, no Christmas, no nothing. But at least we have something to eat, beans or or rice or meat once in a blue moon. Yeah.
So how did you raise the $50 to get your passport? Did you
just
worked?
I moved back to Ensenada, after living with my uncle for like 11 years. I was in an orphanage. How do you say orphanage?
Yeah.
For like 4 years living there because my mom doesn't have enough money to support the whole family. There for like from 7 to 11. And then from 11 to almost 17, I went to live with my uncle. And then after that, then I saved my money and I decided to get my passport. And that was the story.